a real balancing act.
Piano!
And the more things are up in the air, the more you could use a good insurance agent. Auto, home, life. Seek Shelter today.
Ask Shelter Agent Nancy Allison about Shelter's competitive insurance rates.
Never dated a plumber before.
Remember, there are other courteous people besides Mr. Rooter Plumbers.
Closed captioning provided by eNet, your pay-as-you-go work comp specialists.
The guys from Commodore Construction came out and poured the approach today for John and Toby's custom home. And what they've done behind me here, they actually framed it up. They'll put a nice grate on it. You want to make sure you have a nice slope for your drive. That way all the water will drain away from the house. Then they put a gravel base down. They'll put rebar down, space that about 2 foot center grid. So you'll have bars running right to north to south and bars running east to west. And then they put a walkway that just lined up so nicely with the front door. So that way when you get out of your vehicle, you walk right up to the front door. Everything looked and worked out really well. We also put a drain pipe in here right by the actual column because a downspout will be coming down that column, drop right into the drain pipe and get away from the house, and that's exactly what we wanted. When we did a radius coming from the front step out to the drive, it left us a very small triangle dirt patch as a flower bed, if you will, that just didn't look right to us. So what we ended up doing is making sure we laid the concrete from the drive all the way down around, made a nice radius walk, and then tied it all together into the approach. Now tomorrow they'll come out here and cut their expansion joints and then also do a few finishing touches on the suspended floor porch. So everything is really getting nicely buttoned up out here. Tomorrow we'll have the gutters put up and installed, and then we'll also be working on the final grading and seed and straw. But the grading and seed and straw will come as soon as this dries up out here. Right now I'm in John and Toby's custom shower. A lot of things going on here, guys. One, the shower base is an onyx that was made to match the countertop. It's not the same texture or design, but it is a color that matches it very closely. That way it's an accent color. The base gets set in here first. Plumber hooked up the drain, set the base, make sure it's not going anywhere. We lay our floor tile up to it. John and Toby picked a higher end tile from Carpet One because they wanted this to set off just a little nicer than the regular rest of the house as far as tile is concerned. The tile out there is very nice, but this is extremely nice tile. It's a porcelain tile. It almost has a slate look and feel to it. So what we do first is we put a rubber guard up. We get the layout, basic layout of the shower. We put a rubber guard down. In this particular case, this metal piece called Schluter is put up. And you can do several different applications with this. You don't have to do a metal Schluter on the tile. You can actually finish it out with a rounded bull nose. Lots of different options when it comes to tile. Carpet One can set you up with anything you want. But basically it gets the basic layout. He puts a wood shim on his starting row. The reason he does that, he wants a grout joint there. We want to be able to caulk that joint all the way around. So that sets it up off the ground. He lays his first row of tile and then builds from there, putting in 1/4 inch spacers in between each tile. And that'll allow him to set his next row, next row, next row. And that's how he goes up the process. Cool thing about John and Toby's custom shower, they've got a nice little ledge that's about hip height. That way they can put shampoo, soap, whatever, and it's built all the way across. The great thing about it is you don't have to buy extra accent pieces that may cost you a little more. You can actually make it out of the tile. No extra expenses there. If you come over here, we'll look at the nice custom seat we're building. And earlier I talked about bullnose. This is what is called bullnose. It's a rounded edge that makes it finished. Carpet One has a bullnose machine, and they can, in most cases, make you a bullnose out of regular tile you buy, and that's what they've done here. So then he set this shower seat, and we'll start building off of that. We'll have a piece of wood here, and we'll start framing this out, and then we'll go all the way to the top. It's all framed out, ready to go. We just got to get the tile on the wall. Once that's all complete, we'll set our fixtures. The plumber will actually come out here and put the finished piece on here, and he'll set the shower head.
Brought to you in part by Carpet One Floor and Home Columbia. Best brands, best service. The one store for your perfect floor. Forum Christian Church, intentionally connecting people to Jesus.
Steve's Pest Control. Now you have a friend in the pest control business.
And Withrow Electric. No job too small.